was in fact listings, and then it worked perfectly fine. However, it's not as pretty as it was, but I don't care. I have very little care left for that paper, the amount of time it's taken. David's asking for a Hangout link in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to do that.
Huh?
Okay. And David's in a nice black and white, artistic black and white.
Okay, let's see whether this completely breaks our Conda build this time. Break all the Condas. Okay, that second shot of espresso might have worked. My leg's twitching.
Good point six.
I also updated the WCS map units pull request today, which made all the tests pass, after Steve did an excellent job of breaking them all.
he tried. Yeah, I was trying to check that out this morning, but I got distracted.
What did Stephen do?
He added pixel units everywhere, which I didn't do on the first pass because I was going to ask people about it and then forgot. He also changed rsun arcseconds to rsun obs. I'm not convinced by rsun obs as the name of a keyword of a property, because this is not 1970.
What would you call it?
I don't know. That's why I left it. But I also added back in rsun arcseconds with a deprecation warning.
Okay. Okay.
Just so that we don't unnecessarily break a tiny part of people's code when we're breaking all the other bits of their code.
Are we gonna have people screaming at us?
Oh, probably. Okay. We're going to break all of the things. Like, literally, there's not going to be a SunPy script in the world that works with 0.5. It works with 0.6.
Maybe one that's just our import statements.
They're all going to break.
Are we going to do this every time now? Every time units appear somewhere? Yes, is the answer, I would guess, right?
Going to do what every time?
Say that again?
Whoa.
So when light curve and spectrogram, and then when we move on to AstroPy time, we're just well, okay.
What?
We're just breaking everyone's code for their own benefit.
Woo! Break the code.
Well, that's why we isolate it to point releases like this, but and hopefully it won't happen as much in the future.
Also, this is why we have a 0 in front of our version number.
Also true.
The 0 in front of the version number specifies that the API is unstable and liable to change at any time. If anyone wants a stable version of SunPy, they should invest some serious developer time in it. Cough.
So, like, pay someone.
Yeah.
Pay someone with money.
With like real money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it broke again.
I, for one, look forward to fixing all my code.
Oh my god.
Why are you broken? Yeah.
Yep, people are gonna hate us. That's great. Pixels for everything, huh?
It does actually make an awful lot of sense.
What'd you say?
It does actually make an awful lot of sense. Using pixels everywhere. I was initially skeptical about it, but it does actually make a lot of sense. It makes things like pixel scale come out in units of arcsecond per pixel, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's true.
And like when I was going through and fixing Jack's MapCube co-alignment code, because suddenly everything had units where it wasn't expecting it to have units, it made all of that way nicer. Basically, a lot of the fixes I had to do inside the alignment code was delete all the units that Jack had added into it. And like, yeah, it's nice. It's good.
Yeah, I agree. It's painful on the outset, but like it really clarifies the code and your thinking a lot. So. But it does feel a little bit like eating a big plate of broccoli. I like broccoli, but not a gigantic amount, you know.
Well, I'd like to. I mean, our prime user Juan is on this call.
Oh, aye. Does Juan like broccoli?
Yes, Juan. How are your feelings on quantity broccoli?
Quantity.
I don't know if he's paying attention.
He's too busy munching.
Oh man, quantities everywhere.
Quantities are good. Quantity all the thing.
If you say so.
But AstroPy are not using quantities internally, are they? Or are they?
Not everywhere. Like things like PyFits and stuff aren't, because obviously that's a massive legacy code base.
Yeah. But they're like coordinate stuff. That's all in quantities, is it?
Yeah.
All the pure, all the okay, pure AstroPy.
Yes. All of the new code is being written to support quantities. I think we are going to have to advertise 0.6 as a release that breaks all the things, and make it quite clear that if you update, all your scripts will break in your face.
Oh, this is awesome.
Which is one of the reasons why I think we should also point out that we're going to keep supporting 0.5 for longer than we would normally.
So what happened to does .data have on the map object? Does that now have a property or not?
No, .data doesn't, but there is map.unit, which is the unit attributed to map.data. Not to be confused with map.units, which is the unit of the axes. Oh yeah. I don't think anything is setting map.unit yet, though.
Okay.
I cannot put the units on the data, directly.
What?
Why can't we put the units on the data?
Because currently the data is still being represented as a NumPy array.
NumPy array, okay. But would it make sense to change it to ND data?
Well, that's not really the way that ND data has been designed. It's not that it has been designed to prohibit that, but there's no need for it.
So ND data doesn't support. You can't turn that into a quantity.
Yes. If you do u.quantity of SunPy map, you should get a quantity out. Think.
Oh my god. Are people reviewing this pull request?
Yes.
Pixel to data doesn't appear to work. I'm just trying on our AIA 171 sample data image. Is that I've not gone far in looking at why it doesn't work, but it clearly is returning horrible information for pixel to data.
Oh, I thought I'd fix this problem.
Unless the middle of the image is 1.3 million arc seconds, comma minus 1.2 arc seconds.
I'd fix this.
Oh wait, no. Oh wait, this is a half pixel. What's going on here?
So e to the minus 06.
Oh, it's not so bad. Okay. It's anything less than 0.
Anything less than 0?
If I ask for pixels that are on the negative side of the axis, it looks like it doesn't know what it's doing. So like,
Ah, right, okay, so I haven't fixed that problem, and that wrapping issue is in fact still there. Oh, poo.
yeah, as long as I go above the origin in the pixel coordinates, greater than the origin.
It is actually right, but it could be interpreted as being right in that it's wrapping at 360 degrees rather than 180.
Oh, that's what the 1.3 million arc seconds is? Okay.
Yes. I really thought I'd fix that.
I see.
Oh, ball. Can you put a little example that breaks that on the pull request?
I actually can't. I can't right now because apparently my DNS is down, and I don't think we're not kicked off this call.
Post code.
Where did the SunPy test images go? They're not in the main namespace anymore.
No,
Yeah,
now it's sunpy.data.sample.
Right, you have to download them, which has its own bug that I just put an issue in for. But you have to download them, and then you have the same keywords, but they're inside sunpy.data.sample.aia.
Okay, how do I download them?
You do.
Try importing sunpy.data.sample and it will tell you.
Okay. When did that happen?
It's part of the 0.6 push. It actually happened back. Remember the sprint that we had right around then?
Yeah.
A couple weeks after, I think, but finally got it in. But right around then.
All right. Well.
Does a message pop up, Andy, telling you what to do?
No, it doesn't. It didn't do anything. But I did find the
It doesn't appear the message. Appears to me.
function that does it anyway. No, I just got blank. It didn't do anything.
Okay, there's a good chance, Andy, in your case then, that you might have a... Okay, on mine, I had a kind of a vestigial compiled Python thing that was screwing up the import. So you might need to go to that directory in your repo and clean out any init.py that might be stuck there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was screwing up my import when I was just testing around this morning.
Well, I am now downloading the data.
It takes a while, especially with
Especially because it does it twice.
And does it twice. Yeah.
Oh, that's odd.
Yes. Well, it's thorough. It tried brute force.
That's right. Hmm.
Better.
Stuart?
Yeah.
You know, I like to worry about all things rotate. What is your thinking behind this rotation center? You have it set the default to none now instead of actual coordinate?
Because it made the function signature damn ugly, having to specify a united array inside the function signature.
But, I mean, is there a Pythonic convention? I mean, it's kind of weird to say rotation center is none. That's not, it is something.
True.
I mean, I understand
Setting
it looks
it-
damn ugly, but it's kind of weird to also say none.
Setting default arguments to none is relatively common.
Yeah.
So we moved that.
because it fixes things. But
Okay. Okay. I mean, I can see
is
that.
Is it docked decently?
Yeah. I guess that would be the one question. Just yeah. I guess. Okay. I mean, what it was before 0, 0 is only obvious under certain conditions anyway, so I guess it's fine. It's just a little bit weird.
Fuck. Fuck. Finding bugs in my own code. God damn it, Albert! Stop pouring out the bugs in my code. Make me find more bugs.
Yeah, I don't even have internet access here. I can't do much. Too crazy. What, Andy?
Well, I don't know why, but I wasn't able to load any of the sample data files into a map. It just crashed.
What do you mean you weren't able to?
It says file not found or invalid input.
Right. Go to your sample.data. Sorry. Go to your SunPy.data or /data/sample directory.
Yeah, hang on. Where am I now? I'm there.
And then look for the __nit.pyc. Try
Let's see.
deleting that and try again. I don't know. Again, that screwed me up. I was really confused. I was getting file not found also, so you might be having the same problem.
Okay. Let's try that.
That could also point to, if you had the exact same problem, though, that could point to some kind of weird problem with the first API or something like that.
Let me restart everything.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. I'm downloading the data right now, Andy, and it's working okay, except of course there are 2 copies of everything.
Oh yeah, I did that. That was fine. It's just when I tried to make it into a map, it didn't work.
It should auto populate the keywords for you. But if you had an old precompiled version, Python doesn't realize it needs to do it again, and it's very confusing.
Okay.
Does it work now?
I'll be able to tell you in just a moment. Yes.
Good.
Okay. Just keep an eye on that.
Is someone going to try and fix that double download problem? We probably just want to pop things from the dictionary if it successfully downloads. Somehow create a copy of the dictionary, pop it from a dictionary if it downloads, and then it will try the second mirror if it doesn't download from the first one. Like 5-minute fix, honest.
I found a weird kind of a bug, but it's from the IPython Qt console.
Stop finding bugs!
But it's not for you, it's from the Qt console. Like if I print AAY range, I get just the first item. But if I do it in the IPython terminal, I get both of them. It's just the way that it displays.
Are you printing quantities out?
It just prints.
Specifically, arc-second quantities.
So the AA. So if I print the AA example image but just the Y range. So I just do Y range. I don't print it. I just call it. So it printed. It printed wrong. If I do print, it's fine. But if I just call
You're
it, I
saying
just get.
the representation is wrong?
Yeah, I think it's a bug with AstroPy. The same thing happens. I get the same thing.
Oh, really?
Okay.
My AstroPy is fine. I guess.
No. It's in the Qt console in IPython.
Okay. Okay.
I don't understand why this isn't working inside the function when it works perfectly fine in my terminal. I'm very confused. What the hell? Stupid non-deterministic bugs. Bah.
Ooh. You're sounding very violent there, Stuart.
I just have no clue what is happening. Success. We broke it. Now works.
So Stuart, you said if we do a new quantity of the map, we should get the unit of the map, right?
Yeah, it don't work. I tested it.
Okay, no, but well, I get an error. It says no implemented error.
Yep. It's because we forcibly disable slicing.
Okay.
If you uncomment our dunder get item method, it would probably work.
Okay. But I'm gonna ask. Okay.
Who knew?
But when we do the max and mean and all of that,
We do what now?
if we do the mean and the max, like on the maps,
Yeah.
should we get that one with the units or not?
Yes, probably should.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we get I mean, if the array will be a quantity array, it would be by default. But if it's not, would that be consistent?
Yes, because if you do map.data.min, you get one without a unit.
If I do that, I don't get the units.
No.
So then it wouldn't be consistent that we do map.mean and we get the units.
Yeah, because everything else in map returns units. Even map.shape returns a unit at the moment. Something bad has happened. I don't think we've implemented anything having units on data yet. Steve said he was going to do it, but I don't think he has.
That's kind of a way in for the, his idea of a couple of years ago of having data types which are like physical data types, like emission and magnetogram and things like that.
Yes.
Temperature would be another one. So
Yes. Yes, definitely. We don't need separate classes for that. They should just have units, and then anything that expects a map to be of a certain physical type can check unit.
maybe.
Albert,
Yes.
how did you generate your bug?
Well, that's a good question. You cannot reproduce it?
Not unless I
agree.
try and get negative pixels.
For
Yeah.
me, all I had to do was open our test
Oh,
map, 171 image, and I just, for example, the map pixel to data, I can do 0, 0 probably. And the y coordinate is fine. The x coordinate looks horrendous. Yeah.
Yep.
What someone just posted.
Yeah, I just posted that. I just did exactly what you suggested, Albert. And
Yeah, okay. But hang on, this doesn't actually seem to be making any sense. Ah, this isn't a full resolution AIA image. That explains some of the nonsense I've been getting out of this. That actually makes a lot more sense now. Oh good, I don't feel like as though my code is entirely broken anymore. Good.
Well,
Good.
really? Are you saying it breaks on full resolution or breaks on not full resolution?
No, I was doing some manual testing
Okay. All right.
and I wasn't understanding what was coming out.
Sure.
Now I'm returning a longitude object, and I don't really want to return a longitude object. Do I want to return a longitude object? Do I care it's a longitude object? Do I care? Do I care? Do I?
No, hold on a second. The arc seconds are not longitude objects. Are arc seconds on the sky, so it's between -1,000 and 1,000.
That is longitude. It's a spherical coordinate system. Nobody
But it's
thinks
arc
it
seconds, so you're not going to get outside of the. So the pixels to data are converted into arc seconds, right? Which is plane of the sky, or is converted into heliographic coordinates.
It's converting to whatever the native WCS coordinate system of the header is.
Okay, so these ones, which is converted into arc seconds, is 2,473 arc seconds. That's not. You cannot use a longitude there because it's plane of the sky. It's a projection.
But it's still a spherical coordinate system.
It is a spherical coordinate, but you won't be able to use a longitude because you will need 100. Like longitude, it gives you the minus plus 90, but that's 2,000 arc seconds. It's not even.
Yes, but that is what is the problem. The helioprojective Cartesian still wraps at minus 180 degrees. You never get there, but it does wrap at minus 180 degrees. And that's what's causing the bug, is that AstroPy WCS isn't wrapping at minus 180 degrees.
Yeah, but how do you want to wrap this thing? So if you get 2,473 arc seconds, as in the example of Albert,
That's 359 degrees, when it should be minus something.
What?
No, no. This is helioprojective. It's a Cartesian grid on the plane of the sky.
It's not a Cartesian grid. It's not a Cartesian grid. It's a spherical coordinate system.
It's a spherical coordinate system, yes, but it doesn't have to wrap.
It does wrap. It does wrap.
No, but not in the sun scale. Like in the size of the sun, it's so small that you don't have to wrap anything because it's.
No, but it does because the origin's in the middle of the sun.
Yeah. So what?
So if you go left, it goes negative. Whereas if you wrap at minus 360, if you wrap, the difference between wrap 180 and wrap 360 is if you go negative, it goes, instead of going to plus 359, it goes to minus 4. 359 minus 1. Instead of going minus 1 degree, it goes 359. This is the difference between coordinate wrapping at minus 180 and 360. Is if you go 0 and then you go left, it goes minus 1 rather than plus 359, which are the same things in a spherical coordinate system.
Okay, I see. I understand what you mean now. I think.
I'm reasonably confident that I'm right. in that if I'm not, then the whole of the coordinates module is wrong.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So we are getting 2000, that which is like also almost like what? No. 0.6 degrees.
Okay. Is I'm sorry, is helioprojective really like a longitude-latitude system?
Oh,
Yes. Yes, yes,
It
it is.
On,
Yes,
on
it
our
is.
on our
It is a
dome, on our
projection.
scale dome.
It is a projection on the sky.
Yeah,
It is
but
a projective
okay.
coordinate system. It approximates almost precisely to Cartesian on the sun, but it technically is a spherical coordinate system.
Yeah, if you're using a stereo HI, you will see a lot of it won't be linear anymore.
Seriously, it's not a Cartesian coordinate system. It is a spherical coordinate system on a unit scale.
On our dome, on our sky dome of Earth.
It's the same. It's a celestial coordinate system, just like
That's why it's arc seconds.
ICRS or AS. Yeah, it's why it's measured in arc seconds. It's measured in arc seconds because it's an angle and not a
I'm not
distance.
disputing that it's a spherical coordinate system. Yes, of course it's a spherical coordinate system. I'm asking whether it has the longitude-latitude form of the way the cosines and sines factor into each other. You can define different ways that the x and y coordinates combine to give you the coordinate. And I'm just asking whether it's the standard longitude-latitude or whether it's something else.
It uses the same convention as heliographic does,
Okay.
which is why it goes negative when you go to the left of the y-axis.
Well, there could be many reasons to say that. It doesn't have to
So-
be.
But
So
that is the reason why.
So it should be both latitudes, x and y.
No. What?
No, because latitude is by default like that. In latitude, by convention,
Latitude
in
you get
Astro,
from
it's the
0
same way
to
around.
plus minus 90, and that's what we want to do here.
Should probably make that a latitude object, to be honest.
So what are we
It's-
even
it's set up
discussing
longitude
here, by the
x.
way? What is the issue?
So if you look to Albert's examples,
Yeah.
the second one that he gets, so he first do data to pixel,
Well, that's
and
Jack's
he has a minus 300 seconds. Oh, was
Yeah.
Jack? Okay. Yeah, Jack.
it's
Then-
the same thing though.
In pixel to data, he's doing the same thing but backwards.
Yeah.
He gets a quantity of a million or whatever number, like a large number, like 1,500. So you get 2,400 arc seconds
Yep.
as a result, instead of getting minus 300.
Yeah.
Okay, that is because it goes all the way around. So instead of giving you the minus 300, it gives you the 360 minus 300, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why doesn't that apply in the other direction?
Well, because
The y direction.
Because if you use a longitude, so in the angles, quantities of AstroPy, if you use, so there's the longitude, there's the latitude, and some of
Hang
them
on.
wrap.
The reason it doesn't do it in the y direction is because AstroPy WCS Astro frames share the same convention as we use for latitude, which is plus minus 90. So AstroPy WCS is hard coded to that convention, which is why it breaks for X but works for Y. It is a bug in AstroPy WCS effectively, because AstroPy WCS is expecting the latitude coordinate to go from minus 90 to plus 90, and it's expecting the longitude coordinate to go from 0 to 360, when
Okay.
we don't use that convention.
Well, that's like pretty common convention in astrophysics, right? Though.
Exactly. That's why, basically, we've just got to hack around it. It's fine.
Okay, great. Let's do it. I mean, that shouldn't be that difficult to fix, right?
Has someone recreated this bug in data to pixel, not pixel to data?
how would you create the bug in data to pixel?
I don't think you can, but I was just checking.
Why does the output from data to pixel have two numbers for each? Oh no, it's just all the decimal points. Okay.
Yeah, sure. But if we use in both, we use so in the y we're using latitude.
Yeah.
If we are using latitude for x as well, it'll be fine.
Well, I mean,
I've
that's a hack, though.
It's not a
No,
hack.
no,
It's
because
what it is.
it's just from 0. You're going in y in both. You want plus minus plus minus.
I've changed it so it uses longitude for x and latitude for y, which is technically correct.
But for longitude in x, it will wrap at 180. No, 360. Sorry.
It will wrap at 180 if I specifically tell it to.
Okay. So no, but you have to tell to wrap at 180. Okay. So you're telling that.
Yeah, I've done it. Hang on, let me push it. I fixed it.
Hey, there's also the output in M data to pixel is not in pixels.
No?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the units of pixels.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It's just, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just numbers. What the hell?
Is pixel a unit?
Yes.
Yes.
Pixel is a unit.
Okay.
Used to it, Andy, because it's everywhere except for a few
Oh.
places.
Welcome to hell.
I am the only guy here who's like down on units.
I'm not entirely on board with it from a usability standpoint, but certainly from consistency and I don't know what else you want to call it, implementation. It's a lifesaver, but from day to day,
It will catch all your bugs for you. All your bugs. By the way, you can do like u.pix if you want to save those two characters. You know,
Oh, that's what
those
I
two
type.
characters are gonna get you.
So what I write in there, should that not work? Like pixel to data, data to pixel.
Well, it doesn't because of the calling sequence, right?
What do you mean?
It's it's 2-argument calling sequence.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I know it's 2 arguments, but could okay,
Hang
but
on,
if we
I also haven't fixed pixel to data to force
do that.
pixel on internet. Hang on. Da-da-da.
Type faster, Stuart. Type faster.
It's all gone wrong.
This is a
That should
compelling
fix
YouTube video.
What's Stuart coding?
It's live science.
That's right. Oops.
Oh, I can't type today. Typing this commit message is painful. Okay, pull request is updated. I really hate the fact that we effectively present a transposed array to the user through map. It messes with my mind.
Well, do you want to reopen that battle?
No, but it sucks. I don't like it.
You're talking about dimensions, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Mm.
Hang on. Oh no, but if we're going to do that, then map.shape should return it x first, y second, but then you wouldn't be able to use it for anything, because
Wait.
as soon as you try to index the array using that information, it would explode.
There is no map.shape, though, is
Yes,
there?
there is.
Why do we have a map.shape? What is that used for?
It's used everywhere, because as soon as Steve changed it to output pixel, it exploded all of the things. So I had to go through and change it to map.data.shape everywhere.
Okay, I would argue there shouldn't be a map.shape, because there should be a map.data.shape, obviously, because that's our ND array. But we could have a map.dimensions instead, or something. It's not a shape. I don't know.
Yeah, shape should retain the NumPy meaning, right?
Well, that should stay in our contained object. I'm just saying that's just data. That's just how we're encapsulating our data or carrying it. For us, on the map object, shape doesn't really make much sense as an attribute, both in name and obviously if it's transposed. I didn't realize we had a map.shape.
Restore, survive.
I've spent all day fighting with an Apache server. I don't have the emotional stability to deal with this argument right now.
It sounds like he's vulnerable.
What? How do I fix this? Someone else make a decision.
I say we just shouldn't have a map.shape. I don't know why we have one, and I lost my internet again apparently.
Yeah, if you do map.shape, then you get a quantity array, right, in pixels. And then if I'm looking at that, I assume that that's ordered XY, right?
It's not.
That's ordered.
That's NumPy order.
Okay, that's a NumPy order.
Nothing outside of data should be in NumPy order. That's ridiculous. If for some reason we get another array type that's better, if AstroPy rolls out a new array type, we want to be able to slide that in and keep our API the same. Nothing should be thinking in terms of NumPy at the above the .data container level.
Shall I change shape to dimensions and make it return it in XY?
That is what I would vote for.
That's what I vote for as well.
We're already breaking everything, right? We might as well go for the whole deal.
Screw. You know what? Also, screw. I'm just going to delete our Sun Arc Seconds stuff backwards compatibility. Frickin' charge. He's going to break all the things.
You know, this band-aid that we're pulling off to make things better is getting bigger and bigger.
Oh.
It's like not a band-aid, it's like a cyborg arm or something. Yeah, it wouldn't really have worked very well for backwards compatibility anyway for Sun Arc Seconds because you're returning a quantity object anyway, so things would have broken regardless. I think we're fine.
Go gadget map tests. Oh, and it's all broken. Oh, it's all broken. So many brokens.
Oh god. I see. Oh god. Oh god.
So many brokens. Ah. I don't like this plan anymore.
It sounded good at the time.
No. Oh, what's that? 17 failed tests with generic map object has no attribute shape.
Well, that just needs to be fixed, right?
Data type pixel not understood. Oh, my bad. Okay, fine. Self.shape. Let's go. Oh no, but then that's going to be. Oh, that's going to be wrong. Oh god, this is horrible. I hate the fact we're presenting an array transposed. I'm never getting over this.
Why? What? Who? What?
Oh,
You mean to represent?
brain. The y-axis is first. I don't care what you say, you're wrong.
What are you doing, Stuart? What's going on?
Trying to fix everything that's just spectacularly broken. No, that should be 0 now because everywhere that's using shape is expecting A, a quantity, and B, it to be yx, not xy. And now I'm having to change it to dimensions and flip the indices.
Yeah. Wait, still, I'm confused. What is using map.shape? Where?
So you do a search for self.shape in mapbase. Do it. Do it. Do it. Why are you so floaty? Oh god. Ugh. Elf.dimensions. So hang on, that's a quantity, that's a quantity. So yes, Jack.
I'm wondering, so this is kind of a philosophical question here, right? Because
It's an enigmatic. No, stop it.
this is, I mean, from the ideal world, then you go x, y, and then Python is yx.
Yep.
What is our responsibility to the code and to our users? Is it to switch everyone over to yx? Should we be reporting everywhere? And that what do they call that? Column major or?
Right. My contention has been that, again, the row major aspect of how Python stores arrays, like C stores arrays, is the choice of the language. How we deal with maps is that maps should be more abstract than that.
Okay.
In the science world, we always do x comma y, which would be equivalent to column major. But because scientists always think in x comma y, I don't know of any science case where it's y comma x. I think we should have our API reflect that, and then we do the heavy lifting in terms of making sure that how we store it is that we can access it back and forth, translate for them.
Arg.
Because the API, so all our API is implied that x is first, right?
Yes.
Would it be crazy to make that explicit? I suppose that would be horrible, wouldn't it? If you had like x range equals something times and make sure it's in a given unit, right? As opposed to the implied order that we have.
Interesting idea.
You know what I mean?
Say that again.
So, I mean, all our API when it comes to maps implies that X is first and Y is second. And we do the heavy lifting to convert that into how Python operates. But would it be better if the coordinate that you're intending is specified? Like, I want this range, for example, is an X range, as in what I understand in the X direction, which would be what a scientist understands. So it's explicit instead of implicit.
I don't understand what you're suggesting.
So, like all our API for map, right? We go X, comma Y. This pixel to data, for example, right, assumes like a Cartesian X or a helioproduce, an HPC X, an HPC Y, right? And the first entry is implied by implication that is the HPC X coordinate, right?
And documented. I mean, it's more than just implied. I mean, it's
documented. But would it be better to be absolutely explicit about that?
How would you suggest doing that?
You pass in like a full coordinate object, meaning like it's not just.
Yes. For the specific example of data to pixel, eventually it will only take a coordinate object.
Wait, what does that even mean? I don't even understand that.
What do you mean?
And why would you make your users do that?
That is a very good question, Andy.
I mean, I don't mean to get in the way of what I'm sure is a very lovely object, but like, it seems like it adds complexity unnecessarily.
No, well, because everything. Well, maybe. I would assume it will one day take a coordinate object because that makes a lot of sense for many reasons. We're not having this discussion now.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it will be like a
so
time
far
object.
down the road, it's irrelevant.
Okay.
When I said that, I was talking the specifics about the coordinate object. We could discuss the merits of X versus Y if you like, but why are you not working? You should be working. Ah!
Well, I mean, this discussion has come up a number of times, right? So I'm not sure we're making progress on it.
Well, I think we are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just my stomach is telling me we're not making progress.
Oh, I
My
see.
stomach wants
Oh,
more.
crikey, is that the time already? I am going to kill something. It's not
For
going to be
your
great.
dinner?
There is now video evidence that you have said that.
This is being broadcast.
What? Oh.
I didn't think this would cause so many problems, Stuart.
Well, I'm now fixing all of the tests again for the third time because it's all bloody broken. All broken. You broke it all. See, I can understand why we give out things as like reference pixel and scale as dictionaries. It ain't half irritating sometimes.
Yeah, it's explicit, right?
It just makes it so difficult to path them
Yeah.
into things.
All right. Are we gonna? It's almost 10 past.
It's been an hour, and we're just sitting here watching Stuart code. So you can push up new commits, Stuart. I'll review them, and everyone hopefully else can review them. Let's try to get this PR
How are we
smoothed
calling
out.
this? Like it's super pair programming?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
team programming.
Team programming. Yeah, there you go. It's not as effective when we can't actually see the code.
It's true. You wouldn't want to see it either.
Is there anything else we should discuss briefly before we sign off?
When does Google Summer of Code start?
End of May.
Okay.
From now till then, we have to engage with the students.
I need
They
to
have
like
to
talk to them and stuff. Sorry.
they have to start to read and all the stuff from now. I read that we could even fail a student in this period. So, yeah, we have to start the community bonding period, as it called.
All right.
What are we doing about selection of Socky students or student?
I will email later. I have to check. There's not been a proper email sent of what we have to do, but I think I'm guessing what we have to do. So we got 4 applications, I think. I thought we would get more. I don't know where they are. But, well. Yeah. So I will update soon.
Yeah, in the interests of fairness, I'm going to take myself out of that discussion.
Okay. Sure.
Because one of the guys is my mate, and I substantially helped him write his application, so I'm going to tag out of that. Also, it gives me one less thing to worry about.
Sure, you're out. But that doesn't exclude you of mentoring. But
no, in fact, if you pick him, then I get to deal with it. So
okay, sure.
All right. Okay, are we done?
I think so.
Okay, thanks everyone.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.